Welcome to your weekend focus for December the 17th and 18th, 2022. So, this weekend we start to open back up to the possibilities, the new possibilities that can enter into our life, and our intuition starts to become strong again. We'll get to that and all the other energy. Let's start at the beginning. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you. Now, if you're not a member on Patreon, on Monday morning, I'm going to be drawing 5 names out of the hats every Monday for the 4 Mondays. So you missed the first round, but it costs $1 to join Patreon, by the way. So it's not a large sum of money. You can do different tiers, but to get into the draw, I'm doing different readings that I'm giving out. So 5 each week for the next, this week, next week, and the following week. So get on board with that. Okay, we have the 17 energy today. The 17 energy is making the impossible possible. It's about seeing the way forward, the new beginnings, the new possibilities. And don't worry about how you're going to do it or how it's going to come about. Just put it out there that that's what you want to bring in. Okay? 1 plus 7 is an 8. The 8 energy is about abundance. It's about embracing your strength, your courage, going forward with a stance of integrity. Now, if we look at the numerology of the day for Saturday, it is a 17 again, which is 1 plus 7 is an 8. So it's double the energy right now in all the numerology for since December has started. December the 18th, now we have the 18 energy. That's more about your inner child, your self-expression, the true balance that makes you feel free, liberated. There's a lightness to your step. There's a song in your heart. So what makes you happy? What brings you joy? And bring some of those things into your life on a consistent basis, just not once in a while. 1 plus 8 is a 9. 9 is a very good energy to have under a full moon energy because the 9 is about clearing, making way for new beginnings, new starts. So we have to end some of the old stuff in our life. We have to close some doors on our past. I was listening to a book by Napoleon Hill today, and one of the things that I will paraphrase here because I didn't have it down obviously, but it said no man has ever walked towards success walking through the graveyard of their past. So put the past in the past. If you want to go forward and be successful, put the past in the past. You have this moment and forward motion, and start thinking of those that way. And if there's things that are coming along, do you really need them in your life? Can you put closure on it? Can you tie up those loose ends? And maybe it's healing. Maybe it's healing the heart because we do have the 18 energy today. And that's all about the interior, how we feel, our emotion. And what makes us feel safe? What makes us feel happy? What makes us feel loved? How do we know when love has entered our life? How does it make us feel? What is the points of recognition to know that you found love? Sun is in Sagittarius for the whole weekend. Moon is in Libra for the whole weekend. I think when we're ready to go to bed, the moon will have moved into Scorpio, but that's late in the evening. So really we have a full weekend of Sag, Sun, and Moon in Libra. Now Libra, we want to find balance. We want to find harmony. We want to bring it in. We may be looking at compromises we can make. This is a time when we need to learn how to share our good and bad feelings. You know, we may say a lot of wonderful things, but we might, tighten up the lips there a little bit when it comes to being derogatory about something or bringing up a criticism or something that you don't enjoy. And you just go along with it because, it's only so much time out of your life and you can live through the moment. It's about saying, I really don't feel comfortable in this situation. I don't feel comfortable when we do these things together. I don't feel comfortable when we're not talking or whatever it may be. But learn to say, yes, the good things, but also how to express the bad things that you feel. the things that you want to stop, the things that you want to put an end to in order to go forward. And do not be afraid. Whenever the moon is in Libra, this is a time for self-expression. So do not be afraid of who you really are and letting that person out and experience the world truly in your uniqueness, despite what is expected of you. And that's a really hard step for a lot of people, and I understand that. But if you work on it, okay, there will come a point when you can do just that. I think the only thing that's really happening this weekend is Mercury and Uranus are talking together. So that is what really explodes our minds to the new possibilities. Pay attention to what is being communicated to you, what you are communicating, your thoughts, your thought process, what you are thinking of for the new possibilities in your life, where you can step, how you can step. And this is the kind of weekend then that we would also, with Mercury and Uranus getting along up in the sky, it is a time for miracles. It is a time for aha moments. It is a time for epiphanies. That flash of light, that light bulb goes off, that flash of lightning comes down and strikes. Awake or sleeping, in your dreaming, in your envisioning of your tomorrow. Watch for those aha moments to appear. So if you can back it up at any point this weekend, meditate, pray, just contemplate your path forward. You will get those aha moments. You will be able to embrace that 17 energy of making the impossible possible. Okay, let's go to the cards. Okay, so our shadow card for the weekend is, look at this, Three of Pentacles. Roll up your sleeves, get to work. Doesn't matter who's watching you, because they are watching you, even if you don't think they're watching you. They're watching you. And start contemplating the actual doing of walking forward in your path, of creating the abundance, step by step, day by day. Okay, here we hold a paintbrush. And the more I look at this card, the more I think that that was just a solid wall. We've painted the archway. See on the bottom there? It's still the rock wall. We still have to paint that for our pathway forward. But we hold the paintbrush to our tomorrow. We get to design a little bit of what it's going to look like, what's going to be included, what isn't going to be there. So we should be giving it thought. There's a lot of hard work coming here, so I think we're kind of up for the challenge, though. Knowing that we'll make some headway can motivate us on its own, because there has been so much energy lately. No matter how much you wanted to go forward, you couldn't. So we're only half done this, okay? So I'm really thinking that this weekend is a little bit more about reflection, although it'll be an energy to want to do. And if you want to do, I think we'll be grounded enough to do... I'm not sure what that was, but I don't think we've stopped it anyway. And I don't even know what I was going to say, but go back and listen to what I just said, because there's more to do. There's more to envision. There's more to see. Whenever you hear horns go or bells go, or when you're thinking of something, think of, what was I thinking of? What was going through my mind when that happened? Because I'm to pay attention to that. Or what happened? What did I just see? Pay attention to it. So the Three of Pentacles is all about working towards our success, transformation. But here we are imagining it, or we are designing it. We are designing it with this paintbrush. So take the paintbrush in your mind. Close your eyes and just see in the front here, just watch yourself paint a scenery into place of what a little bit of your best life ever would look like. Then you can add to it as you go. But here we are creating the path. We are creating the path to go forward. We're not waiting to see a path. We're going to create this path. So how do we create this path? Who do we need to talk to? What knowledge do we need to bring in order for what things do we need to think of outside the box, maybe in our time, our energy, our resources, that can move us towards our best life ever. Okay, first card is the World card. The World card simply states that there is a brand new beginning awaiting for you around the next bend, for goodness sakes. But there are some things that you need to do. There are some loose ends that you need to tie up. You're not quite done. In order to really feel the momentum and the energy that you can give yourself under the new moon energy that'll be coming around very shortly. So take care of business. Do those little things that you need to do to complete it, to get it done, to move it out of the way, to have a new experience, to... Oh, and the Hermit, my goodness, the World and the Hermit. The Hermit is, to me, the Hermit is somebody who would go out into the desert or into a cave and sit there and contemplate where they are and where they want to go and wait for guidance, too, to come in. So in prayer, in meditation, in simple contemplation, it's only when we start to devise a plan, an understanding of where we need to, or how we need to start the path, that we come out of the desert, we come out of the cave, and we start going forward. And the King of Cups. The King of Cups is going over the list of what you need, of what you have. Okay, I always see this kind of as dear old dad, the stereotypical dad, as you're getting ready to go out. And so you're having that brief conversation. Dad's sitting at the table, he's smoking his pipe, he's reading the paper, and he says, "Oh, you're going out, are you? Now, how's work going? Do you like it? Do they treat you well? Do they pay you an honest wage? Now, how's your friends? Who are you hanging out with these days? Are you going out with them tonight? Where do they live? Where do their parents live, right? What does their parents do? Do they treat you well? Are you respected in that group of people? Are they like-minded? Are they doing the same things as you? What are they into? You know, and starting to expand our thoughts of how we need to take care of ourselves in our lives. To stop and reflect. Is this a good job for me? Are the people nice? Are they paying me what I'm worth? The friends that I hang out, are they like-minded? Or do they wear me down? Or do they kind of send me astray a little bit? You know, are we sleeping okay? Can we do things to make ourselves stronger, healthier, more confident, feel more alive? So it's really taking an inventory of where you are at this present moment and understanding where the change needs to be happening and where you're feeling good about the changes you've made to get thus far. The Tower card comes out. I tell you, it is this kind of energy. And if you've been watching me over the last several days, I think if I had to tell you to watch two videos, it'd probably be Wednesday and Thursday, because we're still going to be feeling this energy a little bit. And here it is to remind us. The 16 is about awakenings. Now here we've blown off the ceiling of our glass ceiling. Don't you like that? And we've just blown right through that. But a lot has fallen away. In fact, we only have really our foundation and our strongholds, our outline of our new tomorrow. The rest is gone. So this is about things leaving your life, closing doors on them, or maybe they abruptly leave. Maybe you had no control over the situation of whatever it was, but something has upset the apple cart in your life. And we look at these things as bad things. But that's not necessarily true. And under a 16 energy, it is not true. Because a 16 energy will not take away what you need in order to go forward. But it definitely will take away the things that you've been holding on to and unable to release on your own. Maybe you didn't even know you needed a release from it. Maybe it was a really good, what you thought was a really great and special thing in your life. And it may be years later, you look back and you go, oh my gosh, if I would have known that at the time, I would have went screaming and running away. So, so the Tower card is here to put us in front of our path, to take away the distractions, to take away the things that hold us back. One more card, you say? The Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles appears. Dream big. Look at your tomorrow and dream big. Now, we're not going to know how we're going to get there, how it's all going to come together. We definitely don't know that stuff. And so don't look for that stuff. Think more big picture than the fine details, because there is a huge fog there. We're not going to be able to see anything no matter how much we strain our eyes. So stop pushing towards having to put it all together in some kind of order and getting your ducks in a row in that kind of way, because that's not going to happen. Look at the big picture. Look at what you want. Grow it bigger than life. Blow the roof off of that glass ceiling. Okay, we'll get a mantra. Okay, here we go. Choices. Make the best choices. Make the best choices. So in order to make a choice successfully, what do we have to do? We have to meditate on it. We have to pray on it. We have to contemplate it. We may have to go in search of knowledge. Find a legend. Follow them. Somebody who's already walked the path, perhaps, so they can tell you the pitfalls so that you can avoid them. Human nature comes with a great responsibility, free will, to make the choices and accept the consequences of one's actions, words, thoughts. Everyone makes the choice to accept situations as they are or takes the responsibility to change them. Make the decisions that are best for you, as you will never be able to please everyone. Choose your actions based on your own personal values. Regret nothing. Your choice determines the consequences. The mantra is, I take responsibility for my choices. So we can't just jump into something and say, oh, I didn't know. Okay, it's to make that choice to jump into it or not to jump into it will have an effect somewhere, right? Cause and effect. So know that what you are doing, even if you're not doing anything, that is also something that you are doing nothing, is the effect is nothing's going to get done. It's not going to magically disappear. Okay, you kind of have to parent yourself sometimes, right? The reason you got your homework done and your room cleaned is because you were barred from going anywhere or talking to anyone until you got those things done. And who did that? Your parents. And they did it because they loved you and they wanted you to learn self-discipline and perseverance, perhaps. And so sometimes we have to be the parent. We have to put ourselves on a timeout and say, okay, I need to get this done. So I'm not allowed to do anything until I do it. And stick to it. No phone calls, no texting, no videos, no nothing. Not till you're done. What's on that card? That's not good. It's clean there. That's weird. Okay. We'll get an animal here for our weekend. And we have the pronghorn action. Are you going to come in clear for me, please, pronghorn? Now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Move forward with confidence. Your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. Your quick wit and keen senses will lead you to success. So now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Move forward with confidence. Your talents will help you. And I don't think that we should actually be stepping into them. If we step into things right now, I'm just telling you, you're not going to make it far. Okay, you're not going to make it far. It's just not a good energy. It's too heavy. Okay, and there's no sense in swimming through soup when the water's going to be there the next day. So just go through this period, not actually with an action. Okay, but if your actions are there, maybe you will find out where you've been tripping up. Because, true, if nothing was tripping you up and nothing was holding you back, you'd already be there because it's something that you truly want in your life. So, by maybe taking the first steps, you see very quickly what actually is preventing you from going forward in the way you want. And maybe you know what those things are. So, look at how to change that part of your life. Maybe you need more money. Then maybe you need to do something extra for cash. So, what can you do? And start looking at avenues and different approaches and have some fun with it. Your quick wit, keen senses, and I do believe that our intuition, with Mercury and Uranus coming together, I think our intuition will also be a little bit more, I guess, stronger that we can tap into it. Absolutely. Okay, so remember that we're still under hard energy. We are in full moon energy. But even though that's all there, remember this is a time to sit back and start dreaming of where you want to go, of what you want to create, of what you want to step into. And start dreaming it and start creating it, because this is when you get those flashes of insight. This is when you get those aha moments. This is when you get the epiphany. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.